What is happening, fellow Cobras? Welcome back to Strike First Media. Today, we'll be discussing why Terry Silver is not Miguel's father. But before we get started, if this is your first time with us and you love Cobra Kai and Karate Kid, consider joining our dojo today by hitting the red subscribe button below and turning on all notifications so you don't miss anything. So the theory that Terry Silver is Miguel's father is probably one of the first theories that Cobra Kai has ever had since the show first started. But in my opinion, it's also been one of the most far-fetched. And one of the main reasons that leads people to believe that Terry is in fact Miguel's father is because of what his mother Carmen mentions about her ex-husband in the first 2 seasons of the show. If you go back to season 1 when Johnny was having dinner at the Diaz household, Carmen reveals that she got married at 18 years old and after getting pregnant with Miguel, she learned the truth about her husband's job and that she had to get far away from him because he's a very bad man.
I got married at 18. After I became pregnant with Miguel, I learned the truth about my husband's job. Let's just say he was a very bad man. I had to get far away from him.
And when you take a minute to examine Terry Silver and what kind of work he is in, or possibly used to be in, you'll learn that he was the billion-dollar CEO of a toxic waste disposal industry called Dynatox that took pride in disposing of this toxic waste in third world countries and putting them at a severe health risk. Not only are these choices that Silver makes for his business just plain wrong, they are definitely likely to be considered as federal offenses, and the way that Terry avoids being charged with these crimes is with his charm, charisma, and his bribes to the prosecutors and the grand jury. And a lot of people are saying that Carmen's description of her ex-husband pointed to Terry Silver being the very bad man that she was referring to. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it does sound pretty convincing if you've seen the Karate Kid 3 and all that Silver has done and is capable of in doing in just one movie. But the talk of Carmen's ex-husband doesn't stop there. We then of course get another brief mention of him in season 2 when Johnny is explaining to Carmen all the things that Daniel's done to him that he thinks keeps the rivalry going. Carmen would then go on to say that her ex-husband had many enemies.
Trust me, I've seen it with my own eyes. My ex-husband had many enemies.
And when you look at the minimal information we have about Silver at this time, we know that the enemies he has made in Karate Kid 3 with Daniel and Miyagi, but who knows how many other enemies he may have from the war, his business, and anything else that he may have done. Terry Silver is not really someone you just want to become best buddies with, unless you're John Kreese, of course. He's a manipulative, controlling person that strives off illegal activities to keep his needs met because that's all he cares about at the end of the day, himself. But when you do look at these 2 instances where we just get brief mentions of Miguel's father, yes, it would make sense that Terry Silver could in fact be Miguel's father. But when you look at the context of the overall story itself, it just doesn't really sound plausible. Firstly, when you look at Carmen and Terry Silver's age difference, there's quite a big gap. Terry is likely around the same age as Kreese, so early to mid-70s we'll say, and Carmen mentioned she became pregnant with Miguel and got married at the age of 18. So you mean to tell me that Terry Silver married and had a child with an 18-year-old when he was in his late 50s to early 60s? Okay, that just sounds a little weird. Another problem I have with this theory is that there really isn't a sole purpose for Miguel to be Silver's son. Like, yeah, it would make things more complicated, but it just wouldn't serve the story any better if Silver and Miguel weren't related at all. And another thing you can add on to that is how extremely unlikely it would be that the son of Terry Silver just so happened to move right next door to his old war buddy's best karate student. And his old war buddy's best karate student just so happens to train his son? Yeah, I'm not buying it one bit. One of the main purposes of this show is to introduce brand new characters so that the legacy characters don't always have to be the center of attention. Not everyone has to be related to someone we know. And I'm sure most of you have already heard some of the other theories going around that Julie Pierce is Tori's mom or that Mike Barnes is Hawk's real dad. Like, yeah, it'd be kind of cool, but it just takes the realism and the depth of the show away if this were to happen. And I'm sure the writers are well aware that these theories exist and they want us to truly believe them so that they can have more opportunities to tease us. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Miguel's actual real father does turn up and has some kind of ponytail himself. And I just want to make it clear, I don't hate this theory. I do think it's very interesting. I just think it's a little over-fantasized and that takes the realm of possibility out of it. But with that being said, guys, that'll do it for this video. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments section what do you think of the chances that Terry Silver is Miguel's father or not. You guys know what to do next. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on Cobra Kai and Karate Kid content. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.